Hello, welcome. By the end of this lesson, you will be able to calculate the square root of any number in 5 seconds. But first, the first thing you have to master is your squares of numbers. These are your squares of numbers. 1 squared equals to 1, 2 squared equals to 4, 3 squared equals to 9, 4 squared equals to 16, 5 squared equals to 25, 6 squared equals to 36, 7 squared equals to 49, 8 squared equals to 64, 9 squared equals to 81, 10 squared equals to 100. Now, 11 squared equals to 121. Here, these ones are the basic. I'm going to show you a trick of how you can arrive at this other one. That's 11. That's 11. Next one is 12. 11 squared. Now, if you take note, what was added to 100 to have 121 for 11? It was 21 that was added. Now, you are going to add 2 to 21, and then you add it with 121 to have the next one. So, 21 plus 2 is 23. So, you say 121 plus 23. You are going to have 441. That's 12 squared equals to 144. Now, 13 squared. Now we've added 23 here. You add 2 to this 23 again. That's 23 plus 2 will be 25. So you now say 144 plus 25. This will be 961. So it's going to be 169. Now we add 2 to 25 again. 25 plus 2 is 27. So we are going to use that to add with 169 to have the next one, which is 14 squared. So this is going to be 9 plus 7 will be 16. 6 plus 2 is 8 plus 1, 9. And then we have 196. This is 27. We add 2 to 27. 27 plus 2 is 29. We add that. It's for 15 squared. We are going to have, so we have 225. We add 2 to 29, 29, 30, 31. We are going to add 31 here. And for that of 16 squared, we are going to have 6, 5, 2. So we have 256. So this is 31. We are going to add 2 to 31. That will be 33. So 33 is going to be 9, 8, 2. So 17 squared is going to be 289. And then 33 plus 2, that will be 35. You add 35, here you have 9 plus 5 is going to be 14. Carry 1. 8 plus 11 plus 1 is 12. 2, carry, you have 3. That's for 18 squared. 324 for 19 squared. The same thing, 35 plus 2. That will be 37. 37. 4 plus 7, 11. 6, 3. So 3, 6, 1. And then you add 37 plus 2. That will be 39. So you have 37 here. You add 2 to 37. We have 37, 38, 39. So 3, 6, 1 plus 39. So 3, 6, 1 plus 39. We have 0 here, 0, 4. So 20 squared will be equals to 400. So without having to rack your brain, this is how I do get mine without having to struggle. So that's how to arrive at your squares of numbers easily. Now, let's come over to the main work. So here, we are to find the square root of 324. Now, when you want to find the square root of any number, the first thing you do is this, you look at this last number. Is it the numbers that give you the square root of 4? You have 4 here in the answer, and we have 4 here. And the numbers that give that square root that have 4 at the end is 2 and 8. So we have 2 and 8. So those are the numbers that we have. The answers have 4 at the end. In this side, there's no need to enter this side first because our answer is going to fall here. So after that, when you have found the numbers that you cancel it, and the next thing you come and look for, this is 3. You go and check for the number that the square root of that number will give you 3 and below. It must not be greater than 3, or it can be below 3. So that number here, we see that 4 is greater than 3, so it cannot be 4. So it's going to be 1. So the answer here, we are going to have 1, 1. So now we have 2 answers here, and we have to determine which of it is the answer. So for you to do that, the answer we got here is 1. So the next number that follows 1 is 2. So you say 1 times 2, and 1 times 2 is what? Is 2. So you compare that 2 here with the 3 here. Which one is greater? 2 and 3. Which one is greater? That is 3 is greater. That means this will be the answer. So 18 is our final answer, because 2 here is, because 3 is greater. If this number is less than the answer you got after multiplying, it will be this one. So let's solve for this 2. So the answer here is 18. So let's solve for this. This is 4. Let's look for the square of numbers that 4 appears at the end. We have 4 here, and we have 4 here. So we have 4 here, and we have 4 here. So it's going to be 2 and 8. So we have 2 and 8. So when you're done, you cancel that. Now, you now come, the next thing is 33. You think of the square root of the number that gives you 33 and below. It must not be higher than 33. Let's come here. It's in between. You have 25, we have 36. 36 is greater than 33. So we cannot take that. So we are going to use 5. So it's 5 that we are going to take. So now, 5 here, 5 here. So now we have to determine which of it is the answer, whether it's 52 or whether it's 58. So the next number that follows 5 is 6. So we say 5 times 6, which is 30. Now we have 30. We have to compare it here. We have to compare 30 and 33. Which one is greater? So 33 is greater. So the answer here will be 58. So here, we look for the number in the answer that have 9. We have 9 here, and we have 9 here, and it is 3 and 7 that have that 9. So after that, we cancel the 2 digits. Now, we come here and look for the number, the answer that the square root is 7 and less than 7. It must not be greater than 7. What we have here is 9. 9 is greater, so it's going to be here. This, what that means is 2. 2, the square root is 4 here. So that means the answer here is going to be 2. Now that we have gotten 2, the next number after 2 is 3. So we say 2 times 3. That is 6. So we use it and compare. 6 and 7, which one is greater? 7 is greater. So 27 will be the answer. We come over here. The number that has 6 is, we have 4 have 6. 6 have 6. And then we cancel that. And then we're going to look for a number that the square root is 29 and below. It must not be higher than 29. Let's look for such number. First here is 5. 5 is less than 29. So our answer here is going to be 5. So we have 5 here, 5 here. So we are to determine whether it's 54 or 56. Now, the next number after 5 is 6. So we have 5 times 6 is 30. So we compare 29 and 30. 29 here is less than 30. So our answer is 54. So our final answer here is 54. Now, let's come over here. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 digits. For this one, for these 5 digits, still repeat the same thing we did here. The number that will give us 6, that's 4. 4. That is 4 and 6. So here, so since you have found 4 and 6, you cancel this one. So we come here and check for the number that will give us 158 and below, not higher. So we check this 158. This 225, no, that's higher. This is higher. This is higher. 144 is not higher. So that means that will be 12. So that will be 12. So to determine whether the answer is 124 or 126, so the next number after 12 is 13. You say 12 times 13. That is 156. So we check 158 and 156. Which one is greater? This is greater. So the answer is